Hello, in this video I'll show you how to add a Snoot effect to your studio photos to make them look better when it comes to Photoshop. And in case you want to download this effect used in this video, simply check the link in the video description to download this very image. And in case you're interested in learning how I retouched and color graded this very image when it comes to Photoshop, I have a video for this right here on this channel, so make sure you check that out. So in order to understand why I got the Snoot effect for this kind of tutorial, just come to your browser, and this I'll be using Google Chrome. So type in Pinterest and come to Pinterest and simply type in Snoot effect. And as you can see, this is the effect that I applied to the image that we're going to be using for this very tutorial. So I'll just come back to Photoshop and I demonstrate for you how you can easily add a Snoot effect and how you can add color to the Snoot effect when it comes to Photoshop. So you can see this is the Snoot effect that was added. You can see before, after, and we added color to make the Snoot effect look better when it comes to Photoshop. So I'll basically come and I delete everything that I did regarding the adjustments we did to this very image to make it or to enhance it and make it look better. So I'm just going to delete all those layers. So before you proceed with adding the Snoot effect to your photo, first of all, import both the image and the Snoot effect within your Photoshop. So you can see this is the Snoot effect and this is the image to which we want to add the Snoot effect. So what you have to understand is always separate your subject from the background before you go into adding a Snoot effect to the background. Remember, the Snoot effect is affecting only the background of the image and not the subject in the image. So first of all, come to the background layer and create a copy from the background layer by dragging and creating a new layer. So drag and drop on the new layer icon to create a background copy from the initial background image. So for this, we want to separate the subject from the background. So one layer is going to be containing the background and the other is going to be containing the subject. So just come right here to select and simply come to subject. And with this, we are just going to automatically select the subject or the edges of the subject, and after that we want to copy and paste the subject on a brand new layer. So press Command C in case you're using Mac, Control C for Windows to copy. Then after copying the selection, press Command V, or you can use Control V to paste the subject on a new layer. And you can see we can rename this to subject. So after doing this, or after renaming the layer, just come to this background layer, make sure it is selected. Then you're going to come to the Snoot effect that we have imported within Photoshop. So come and get this rectangular marquee tool, then click on one corner, click and hold down, and you drag to make a selection of the Snoot effect, but keep within these black borders or boundaries. So we want to copy the Snoot effect and we paste it onto the background. So press Command C to copy, Control C to copy the effect, then come to the image, and when you come to the image with this middle layer selected, press Control V, or you can use Command V to paste the Snoot effect, and you can see it is placed in the background. Then you can as well press Control T, or you can use Command T to resize the Snoot effect. Hold down the Option key on the keyboard and you can drag the corners. So Option for Mac, Alternate for Windows, and you drag the corners to resize the effect. So after resizing the Snoot effect, hit Enter or Return to place the Snoot effect. But this doesn't look nice and natural. So first of all, we are going to come to the blend mode and change it from normal and change it to screen. And that is going to automatically hide the black corners that were initially affecting the overall image. So once the corners or the black edges have been hidden, just come to this Snoot layer, right click on it and come to Convert to Smart Object. The reason as to why you are converting the Snoot effect into a smart object, we want to apply filters over it so that it doesn't look sharp enough, because the model in this case should be in front and the Snoot effect should be behind or further away. And in that, we just want to add a filter that is going to blur away and create that kind of depth and definition between or difference between the subject and the background. So just come right here with the Snoot layer selected. You're just going to come to our filter, come to blur, and come to Gaussian blur. So when come to Gaussian blur, just click on the radius and drag up just like that, up to when the Snoot effect is turning to look a little bit blurry, just like that, so that it can look a little bit realistic. And this makes the image look even better. So you're basically going to come, I'm just going to increase it to about 20, 21, or 20 is okay. Click OK. And you can see right now the effect looks better. So if at all you're comfortable with this white Snoot effect, you can stop at this point. But in case you want to make the effect look even way better, or in case you want to add a little bit of coloring to the Snoot effect, just come to this Snoot layer that we created and simply make sure it is selected, then come to adjustments and create a hue and saturation adjustment layer. So after creating the hue and saturation adjustment layer, we are basically going to come to this clipping mask icon and click on it. Yeah, the reason for creating or clicking on this clipping mask icon is because we want the effect of the color to only affect the Snoot in this case, because we are targeting the Snoot effect in order to add color to the Snoot layer. So just come and click on the clipping mask icon, or you can as well hold down the option key on the keyboard, option for Mac, alternate for Windows, option, and click on in the middle of the hue and saturation layer and the Snoot layer, and this is going to bring this kind of line, and click right there, and you can see it has created a clipping layer. And you can as well click on this clipping mask icon to do the same effect. So after this, you can just come to where you see Colorize right here. Make sure that you have clicked on Colorize, and as soon as you click on Colorize, you can see the Snoot is going to be having this layer. So you can either increase on the intensity or the saturation of the Snoot effect, and you can as well play around with the hue values to change the color of the Snoot effect in the image, just like that. So move it to your taste or to your liking, and stop at the point whereby you are really comfortable with a given color in the Snoot effect, just like that. So once you're done doing that and you're comfortable, you can go ahead and save or export the image. But let's first of all see the overall before and after for our Snoot effects. You can see before, after, before, after. Now the image now looks better than where we started, and the background looks a little bit more dynamic and dramatic. So this is how you can simply add a Snoot effect in case you don't have money to purchase all that equipment to do this right from studio. So you can just do this in Photoshop and basically be good to go. Ronnix from Ronnix Photography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in yet more videos on this channel. Don't forget to keep practicing and as well keep creating.